Divine Rising Academy. It is beautiful to see you today. And I pray that you're, blessed and beautiful or I pray that you're out here staying blessed and beautiful too. And I also hope that you feel grateful for being here too, not just on earth, but like at the academy. Because look, this is what all right, I try to do my best to go to a new spot every time. Here's the thing, I don't care if y'all notice the different background or not. I noticed it because a lot of these spots I grew up around and I've been to plenty of times. All right, like this spot right here. It's an OG spot. The problem with OG spots is that, you're reminded not of the past, because the past is never something you should sit up there and focus too much about, okay? When you embrace the fact that, oh shit, everything was put in play in eternal days ago. Oh, okay. I know it's, you have to wrap your mind around the fact, okay, so wait, so, that pack of bubble gum that I stole when I was little, I never took no gum when I was little, but say for example, someone stole some gum when they were little. This is life, okay? You're going through it. There's emotions, there's conflict, there's highs, lows, and in-betweens, right? So unfortunately, yes, you had to go through maybe at an early point, you had to go through taking it to then feel bad about it, or to see what happens to people who, don't feel bad about it and then go on to make the same mistake. We don't want the same mistakes. Is my shit blurry? Hold on. I always got to give it a wipe. A little better. Little better. One thing that's hard is trying to get the thumbnail for this shit, so that's probably not going to be what the thumbnail is, but I don't know. Dwelling on the past is never something you should do, because if back in the day you did some bad shit and you felt bad about it, good. Now you know what remorse is, okay? Now it's not going to be some bad shit, I hope. But, because as we all know, there are kids out there who do very bad shit and then they get put in juvie, right? You don't want to be that. Growing up all the time, I had people all around me getting locked up, going to juvenile detention centers, okay? And then all of us in the house and shit, not all of us, but like depending on what the situation was, a relative gets locked up, and then boom, now everybody's trying to pawn shit and scrape change up and shit to go bail people out. So that's just what it is. I'll never forget. Oh man. Right? Especially, you ain't got nothing to do with that. You could be somebody who sat up there and just got a brand new PlayStation. Don't be in no house with somebody who have some fucking money problems. They gonna come in that door and they gonna ask you, what games can we take? You have 2 controllers, can we take 1? Fuck, shit, you don't need any of it. We bought the motherfucker. Box up. Right? Plenty of times back in the day, I had maybe a little bit of money that I had saved up over the course of like months. And it was only like $100 too. We got into them, and you get around binds and people start going, okay, do you got any money? Do you got any money? Fuck no. Well, I saw you counting it. Yeah, for me. What you talking about? Motherfuckers love to act like just because you got some money, they got some money. Fuck out of here, especially if you put the work in. A lot of people right now are grinding up. A lot of people right now are seeing that family is a fucking illusion. Okay? Not the meaning of family. The meaning of family is something that does not only attach to blood. Because there's nothing bloody out here. This is family out here. And it's green. That's it. Green and blue. Earth, bitch. That's family. So if you connect yourself to all of that, then you don't think twice about a bird flying or a person on their bike riding past this bitch. Who cares? It's all family. Because the meaning of family. Love all. Stay connected. Appreciate. Be grateful. Make the most. Right? Appreciate family. But don't be bound by that or anything outside of God. Because all of these constructs, all of these, whatever it is you go through in life forever, none of it is limited. I always say it. So just because that's the same thing. And even though earth is family, understand that God is the almighty family. That's the best royalty right there. I don't give a fuck. You could be shit. I don't care what royalty you come from. Kardashian, Smith. Don't give a fuck. God is royalty. I don't give a fuck about any of that. We don't care. It could even be the banks, the banking families. We don't care. God is the royalty. Don't care who it is. Y'all better watch. I'm telling you. Because guess what? For as long as as long as I'm aware of the fact that we're always being watched at all times, being on my fucking best behavior is not something that y'all is in control of. Because there ain't no such thing as being on your best or worst behavior. We out here serving God, and you can feel how the fuck you feel. If you don't fuck with that, fuck you too then. Straight like that. Because we ain't got like I said, I have no beef. We're just out here talking positivity. We're just out here talking awareness. We're out here just appreciating the possibilities and being open-minded. That's it. Nobody makes a single dollar. Nobody changes shit, especially overnight, by having footage of something, having some type of, thumb drive, or having some type of evidence of something, and then exposing it. That's gonna get your ass killed. I'm not a dumb motherfucker. I know the rule. I know the internet. I know the world. I know that the only difference is the fact that one of them is automated. Right? Right? If you want a fucking t-shirt, you go to the store. Now with the internet, you don't have to. If you want a fucking shirt, you put a fucking order in. Convenience factor. Boom. What's the difference? You didn't leave the house for one of them. Same shit. Social media. Talk to someone in real life. That's way better. Real emotions, right? Because you get to actually connect your spirit, or no, your energy field is connecting with their energy field. Okay? Electromagnetism is some powerful shit. That's the reason why it's not about how when you associate how you feel, especially with others, that's all energy. It has nothing to do with your brain, has nothing to do with your heart, has nothing to do with any of that. This is all energy. The rest has an effect on your vitals, okay? This is all energy. You have an energy field, they have an energy field. You have a great energy field, they do too. When you guys get around each other, it's gonna pulsate. It's gonna shine. It's gonna be vibrating. It's gonna feel like it's gonna be a very blissful sensation. No matter what the exchange is. And like I said, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I will never come out on this bitch and try to prove nobody wrong. Hey, I'll always speak out, and because we can speak out and say that we don't agree with shit, and we can say that we don't give a that we don't support any hateful shit. That's what I'm here for. All right, everybody has a life, and this is my shit for sure. This is our shit for sure. But I am not no fucking detective, okay? I don't get paid for this yet anyways, let alone at all, to go and reach into the fucking rabbit hole of the government, of the system. I don't care about that. I don't care. Ben told you, not everybody out here who you think is bad is bad. Especially, motherfuckers like me give me stares and shit. I'm like the nicest motherfucker ever. Give yourself a chance. I'm not nice though. That's a complete 360 when people want to be negative or hateful and then think I'm supposed to accept that. No, because this is what it's about. All that shit your ass talking got nothing to do with that. So I don't care. I'm not here to prove, or I'm not here to convince or fucking be like, hey guys, look, they did it. I got it. Like, no, I don't care about that, bro. I'm not the only one out here doing this shit either. There's a bunch of people out here watching, cameras out, staking. Okay, stake out. There's a bunch of people out there actually doing some fucking some damn journalism. There are motherfuckers out here on actually on missions trying to catch these officials and nations and high power people slipping. I don't have the time for that. I'm just here to put out godly fucking enlightenment. That's it. And godly energy. That's it. I've been said to anybody doing hateful shit, y'all finna get fucked up. See how I'm getting more and more tired, or not more and more tired, but see how I'm starting to like be less and less hostile and aggressive. Not hostile, but like my approach is less aggressive when I start talking about like the ungodly ones and the hateful ones, because they don't contribute to how green this fucking field is. They're not even contributing to how to it being beautifully cut. That was another person. That was another beautiful human. That was another beautiful golden soul that came out here and said, you know what? We finna cut this field today. We're getting paid whatever we get paid, and let's do it. He put his headphones on. 2 hours later, an hour later, whatever. 30 minutes, however long. Beautiful. We all got our job to do out here. Yeah, what the fuck? Stop flying in front of the shit. I don't think there's fish in this motherfucker for nothing. I looked over on the edge over there. At the end of this, we'll go ahead and we'll take a dip. Or not a dip, but like I want to look over. You know, that's we talk our shit, you know, but then we like to do some a little bit of a, you know, some nature walk shit, whatever. I wouldn't even say nature walk shit. Never forget to appreciate your fucking planet, because as I said the other day, this bitch is not for sale. And let me catch somebody trying to buy it. Let me catch you trying to buy it. I'm finna drop 3 Jupiters on your ass. That's what's finna happen. Stop playing. And I'm telling you right now, especially when you got people who appreciate this planet, they will all get on the front lines and be like, you ain't buying shit. Sit your goofy ass down, because ain't no planets for sale. That's you also thinking that this bitch is a sphere. And I don't care if you think it's a flat bitch either. If you think it is one or the two, stop. Think it's everything. I've been said it. You don't get shit for proving nothing. You're not doing nothing. Everything is, has been, always will be. So shut the fuck up and take your existence, embrace this shit, and go on and soar through the fucking heavens into infinity. You see that shit right there? You see all this? I wish I could just, bitch. But I don't have my fucking powers back yet. And I will get that. But until then, we chilling. Motherfucker almost just flew in the water and shit. Yeah, you gonna end up in that pond, mother. You're gonna have your boot upside down like. One thing I've never been able to find is I could get my attention span. I be talking and I see a butterfly and shit. One thing I've never been able to find is a 4-leaf clover. You know, if it wasn't for all the hype around them among people, I don't think they'd be that cool. But they are pretty cool, you know. Like here's one right here. Or not a 4-leaf one, but you know, I guess I don't have to be picky. Like, wait, is that a 4-leaf? Nah. That's what I want to go. We're going to go Cloverfield picking. Cloverfield. We're going to go Cloverfield picking. You know, clovers are pretty cool. I like clovers. They're a very simple plant. They're a very abundant plant. And they symbolize how unlimited nature is. But despite how unlimited it is, we all know, look at this whole backdrop. That's nature. Beautiful, right? But then when you look closer, this is a part of that. Just like us. This fucking vessel, this being, this body in front of the camera that's popping shit with y'all and connecting on a fucking divine frequency also embraces the fact that it comes from all of this. And just like this, it is automatically a part of it. I said it. I say it a million times. This is us, okay? Among the field of infinity, in the universe, okay? But when you take trillions and, you know, trillions and trillions of this in so many different ways, and it all comes together, it makes that up, right? All of us are literally plants in this bitch. So don't forget about that, right? You know, the universe is a combination of a bunch of shit, just like us. We all have our place, right? You look far, it's a bunch going on, but then you look closer, just this, just us. Yeah. Nature takes care of its beings. I'm looking at that tree right there. A lot of berries. I know the birds fuck them up. Damn. Woo. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I love the city. I'm a balanced nigga. Like I said, I'm a space nigga and an earth nigga. For sure. However, on a serious note, I'm tired of fucking sirens. I'm really tired of sirens, because every time a siren goes by, that lets me know something ain't up. Something ain't right. Something's wrong. There's an emergency. Something happened. Whether it's super, super small and dumb because someone got their fucking, I don't know. Because someone, you know, like, because someone got like a paper cut. Or I don't know if it's someone actually serious, something serious happened. But when you, oh man, especially if, you know, especially if you're by the belt line, you're by the highway and shit. It's just siren, 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 siren. It's either a police siren, a firefighter siren, an EMT siren, you know, a paramedic siren, or it's somebody on their fucking motorcycle thinking they're going fast and they're not going fast, but they're actually going way too fast and they need to be going. All right, motherfucker pull off, zoom. Motherfuckers hating on the side. I ain't even fast, bro. That shit ain't even fast. But whole time they're going like 90 on the fucking belt. Like they do it at night too. And I look because weirdly, not weirdly, but I want to make sure that they don't get into an accident. What am I gonna do? Nothing. But shit, they should be taking care of something. You know, you're in the city and it's all, like I said, hustle and bustle. The grind is for real. You know, people at the bus stop going through it. People at the laundromat going through it. People at the liquor store before it even opens going through it. Payday loans, banks, fucking Walmart Money Center. Motherfuckers going through it. I can tell you, I'm one of them, ho. I'm about done with that shit though. It gets to the point where you don't give a fuck because you're connected to, right? Okay, so what had happened was 2 weeks ago, I started posting on this bitch. We're already at about almost to 300 videos. So like in a week, 100. Week 2, 150. So I think we're on week 3 right now. I'm trying to go for that too. All right. But just keep it up 100 plus a week at least. And I don't give a fuck. And I literally, and for all the subs, for all the supporters, everybody out there chilling with us now, just know we got a lot of shit coming. A lot of shit. Because this ain't like anybody else. Especially when everything when live gets popping. I'm going to do we're going to master it in as many ways as possible with you guys. Every experience in any way we possibly experience it with each other. We're doing giveaways. We doing shout outs. I'm going to do my best to make it so you guys don't have to spend nothing. And all you do is receive, receive, receive. Because you showing up at all is one of the reasons why not only it's not only is it one of the reasons I'm able to be, but it's also one of the reasons I'm able to give. I love to give, but we all need to be before we do anything. Be what? Godly with the universe. Whoop, whoop. Boop, 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 boop. All right, giveaways. I don't give a fuck. I'm pulling up to the motherfucking schools. All right, if I can, unannounced. Nah, that's petty. Well, people like a surprise. Well, I guess when it's, you know, I'm trying to pull up anywhere and everywhere to kick it with everybody and talk real shit. And we can talk anything and everything. You name it. I've been said this is not just no spiritual shit. If you got some content shit you want to talk, you got some music shit you want to talk, you got some fashion shit you want to talk, if you positive shit you want to talk, it don't matter what it is. Let me know. Let us know. We all gonna talk about it together. Because not only, like I said, if we exchange on it together, now everybody's getting help, right? I can't wait. Right? Go check it out. Gem Leone. Go check it out. Gem Sonic. All on. Hey, all right. But also stay connected to this, because I've been said you can't just only out here be doing just content. You can't just only be out here just doing music. You got to be out here on the front lines with God, with nature, with the universe. All right? So that you can fully be taught and understand how to do all those other things. Because those other things are a channel for the power, a channel for the purpose. Remember, purpose been established a long time ago. God and the universe made it so easy. If college is a part of your destiny, by all means, appreciate that shit. You know, a long time ago, I said, man, you know, I'll go ahead, I'm gonna be successful, I'll go back to college, man, just to go. I don't even care if I fail my class. No, fuck that, we got work to do. I'll speak to a college, I'll perform at a college, but I am not going to college for shit. You don't need to. You don't need to. For what? Like I said, if it's a part of your shit, appreciate it, because it is a blessing. I never had the privilege of being able to go there. Why? What does that mean? That means you look college in the face, even if you have a fucking scholarship or a grant or some shit from foster care or whatever. It means you look at college in the face and ultimately know that you're going to go through that, you're going to do your best, and you'll do pretty great. But when you come out, you're going to be doing the same as a motherfucker who didn't go. I'm good on that. You know what I'd rather do? I'd rather grind my ass up. I'd rather get thrown out here in the workforce. I'd rather fucking start from rock fucking bottom, bitch, before if you know, okay, for anybody who's seen the Rock Bottom SpongeBob episode, when they go to rock bottom, all of the fish down there talk like that, okay? I have to provide context because I don't know what everyone knows. So I'm gonna help you. Yes, I am Gem Leone. I have no age and I love SpongeBob. What's up? Unless we talk in the age of God, and that's eternity, so I don't want to hear anything at all. Especially when you got... Go on. You got angels all around. I said, hey. Look at it, they flying. Hey, blessings on the way. Angels all around me and they stepping when I say, hey, purify the hay. 6 tennis chains. Ain't no back and forth unless we talking about the bank. Hey, yeah. For real. Because y'all just don't know. I do though. But it's based on just alignment, right? As I said, when you're connected to the universe and your destiny with God, and literally, because remember, we're all at where we're at in terms of understanding that. You want to be as ahead of the curve as possible while you understand the fact you'll never truly be. You don't want to be, because being ahead of the curve essentially means you want to be like better than God or some shit. No, fuck out of here. That means you think you're bigger than the universe. Fuck that. Universe, take my hand and show me the way. Because I said, wait till 1 wing, 2 wing, 3 wing, 4, 5 wings, 6 wings, we about to soar. Wait until them bitches come out. It's about to get real heavenly in this house. Come here, ant. I guess the ant doesn't want to crawl on me. You know? And I say that because right now it's beautiful with you guys. We have so many adventures to go. We're going to do a lot of location scout. Now, just because I said I'm not a Sherlock Holmes motherfucker, I'm not going to be out here on some expedition trying to debunk a fucking myth or a conspiracy. No, I'm not on that shit. But one thing I will do is paranormal investigation, night vision, abandoned places. Because when you're godly, you can go to any cursed place and it don't fucking matter. You're just coming through, saying what's up, checking shit out, making sure it's peaceful, making sure it's hateful, or not hateful, making sure it's divine and peaceful. You know, you're just coming through, purifying with your spirit, and you don't have to do shit but walk through and be happy about it. I used to watch Ghost Hunters all the time. That shit was fake as fuck, but they got me a little bit when I was younger. I'm telling you, like, especially when we get better property and shit. I don't have any property now, but wait till we fucking get property. It's gonna be this, but on our shit. It's gonna be the land that God allows us to take care of. Because it's not just, because this land is gonna go on to help so many other things, including us, but also outside of us. But there is no such thing as that, because we're a part of this. Right? You know, you get like a lake on the property. We could get a boat, go out there, chill, for real. I'm also gonna have a fishing show too. It's gonna be a fishing show for sure. I'm telling you, I'll make anything and everything a show, for sure. And then connect the whole time on the most godly, ultimate, divine, funny, colorful, fucking thrilling shit. Everything and anything. That's why there's no excuse for anything lame. When we all come from this, if your ass is lame, it's because you're choosing to be lame. Who the fuck would do that? Not not us. You know, the possibilities are endless. Like I said, I want to get a little crew. All right. Night vision goggles, go up into some abandoned places. I want to go check out abandoned carnivals or abandoned amusement parks. That's what I really want to go do. And we take our godly essence up in there and we just chill with the spirits, bro. They ain't doing nothing but chilling. And half of that shit is just abandoned anyway. There's nothing but fucking rats and fucking and water damage. Yeah? By all means, talk that shit. Chirp, chirp. One thing I also want to do is storm chase. I'm not a thrill seeker. I'm not one of those thrill seekers who is doing it for the adrenaline. No. Notice how I'm only doing things if it's something of a godly presence or something spiritual or something that has to do with sharpening our understanding and allowing us to become stronger. So literally, I will do storm chase, and like I said, we'll get a crew, we'll get equipment, get the truck. Have all types of plans, all types of emergency operations, all right? And we gonna take our ass out there in storms. Not even just tornadoes. We gonna go out there, like in the middle of a severe thunderstorm, all right? And just capture the fucking nature of it. Or if there is a tornado, all right, we follow it because we see that tornado as one of God's strongest forces that is a part of nature. I want to get close to God, but not so close you get whipped the fuck out of this bitch and into some other dimension. No. All right. That's why I said we hang back. We give nature its fucking appreciation. Right. It doesn't matter if you see a bird or any type of animal in the wild. Appreciate it from a distance. Same thing with, like actual forces of nature. Forces of nature. Let's simplify it one more time. That's one of the things that symbolizes God's power and glory. So we're just trying to pull up to that because we've been through all of the low levels, all right, of those appreciation, and we want to get stronger. We want to be more, we want to transcend further and further, because as we know, there's no fear, there's no worry. When you truly understand you're a part of God, you can do that shit, and it's fun, okay? If you're out there because you work for fucking for National Geographic and you're trying to fucking make money off this shit and you're trying to fucking just push the research because you think that whatever, if it's all just for fucking science and there's nothing godly whatsoever, y'all gonna go out there and maybe somebody might get scooped up. It's all about what your purpose is. Don't worry about them and don't worry about them. Everybody has the reasons why they do shit, and not everybody's doing it for a good motherfucking reason. Because they claim to know fucking God, but they ain't looking inside whatsoever. Fuck out of here. That's why you can't stand on the same field as an angel. A true one. Not the one you believe, not the one you think, not the one you tried to fucking deceive others with. Because the whole time we didn't ask for shit. We didn't knock on nobody's door. We're doing this because we love to be connected to nature. And guess what? God said so. So that's why it's getting posted. And if motherfuckers want to talk shit, they can get posted on a shirt. Exactly. Holy, holy, holy. Fill the heavens with yours and our highly exalted glory, God. May the seraphim shine at all times, like the motherfucking sun. Fucking Jehovah's Witnesses want to walk past and shit on their missions. Y'all can stop bullying people. You ain't doing nothing. I promise you. I promise you ain't doing nothing. I'm letting y'all know. For real, you ain't gonna walk up in a bear. You don't walk up on a bear in the wild. Why? Because it's big as fuck. It has claws, and you know that if you get too close, that might happen to you. The weight of that might end up. The bear might just lay on you. That's a threat. I look at bear claws and see that enough. Them niggas know how to dig. And I don't underestimate anything for shit. Look at the honey badger. That is one of the most fearsome fucking things in the animal kingdom. And guess what? It's not even like a super predator like that. It is. But compared to like the killer whale and the Nile crocodile and the saltwater crocodile, it's not a fucking predator like that. It just has a little person's complex. It means it doesn't care how small it is or how small you think it is, it will not be fucked with. All right? Honey badgers, they be getting into fights with Komodo dragons. It doesn't make any sense. But let them know. And that's why I said, man, if I get out here, it's always going to be about nature. Because the pressure is already on enough. You got pressure. She got pressure. He got pressure. We got pressure. Okay, cool. You know what we gonna do? We're gonna say fuck that, and we're gonna go have a good day. We're gonna go do shit we like. We gonna do shit we didn't even know we liked. You think, and guess what? That saying, right? That saying, oh, time is limited. It's not, but it is. Because you have forever, but you don't have forever with everything and everyone. You have forever, but your time is always limited with others, right? Yeah, all right, bet. Even if you see them often, right? Your best friend, you can see them every damn day, but guess what? There's gonna be that time where you don't see them until you see them again. So time is unlimited, but in between eternity, things run their cycle, and then they run it back. Wherever, if ever, however, what the fuck ever. Nah, man. Too much shit to do out here. And fear ain't gonna do nothing for you. You see how cool I am about this shit? It's not me being cool about it. It's true understanding and appreciation. All right? Growing up, fear is something you do kind of have, but then you lose it because you go, if I have fear, I'm gonna be a loser forever. Do you want to be a loser forever? Didn't fucking think so. So, drop the fear. Drop the fear. The top is near. But you ain't gonna get there if you're afraid and scared and worried. It never did anything for anyone. God has no fear, no worry for shit. All of this is effortless. Join the team. Join the team. Because there's a lot of bullshit going on out here. And you know what? Some of these, like I said, every single one I do is a special. It's a motherfucking special. Don't care. Something just hopped in that goddamn water. I don't know if it's a turtle or a big bird. Let's see. It's probably a turtle because you can't see the motherfucker. You just hear. And then you just see ripples. But nah, for real, there's a lot of shit going on here, and I'm not fucking with it. All right? Like, heartbreaking shit, man. About 20 years ago, Hurricane Katrina happened. And now, one of the trending topics right now, all right, and this is August of 2025. So, okay. Reports are coming out about a bunch of funny business going on. There's a bunch of reports. It's not even about, oh, what really happened. It's about all of this shit happened and it's not okay. Until I have actual documents and proof and flash drives, which I've been told, which I said, I'm not here to do none of that. Especially if the bad shit's already been done. Okay. They want to do bad shit and try to act like nobody gonna fucking find out and know about it. People, honest people trying to make a living on a day-to-day basis, they don't know exactly because they have their own lives. But their spirits are connected to God, and God is aware of all of the injustice, all of the oppression, all of the fucking tyranny. We can feel it out there as soon as we step on the fucking street. Oh, God, these motherfuckers up to it again. But you know what? The sun is out, and so are we. Make sure you're sun charging. Get your ass out in the sun. Head up, palms out. There's no way. No way. Ooh, that's that shit right there. So let's go down the list. Like I said, I'm not here to prove nobody wrong. I don't care. I don't have no proof. This is all just, like I said, if you want to know more about it, seek within, then seek. All right? Seek within and seek all around. Seek within, then all around. All right? When I say that, I mean, like, you should already be seeking within just in general, right? So that whenever you do connect with, whenever your awareness shared with God's and the universes, when that's dwelling on certain fucked up shit, like Hurricane Katrina, which might have not even been a hurricane, right? So let's go into it, right? Apparently there was a hurricane that was supposed to hit New Orleans. They knew about one. Okay, let's put that there. Let's also look at the fact that the levees, the floodgates, all right, the big barriers that were holding back all this water. Witnesses and reports are coming out that there were detonations. People felt huge vibrations. They heard explosions. Which means they think possibly that charges were put on these walls leading up to the hurricane, so that when the hurricane made its arrival, they detonate the charges and then let all of this fucking water, literally a lake worth of high volumes of water, instantly flooding a fucking town, a fucking city, putting that bitch underwater, right? But remember, this is all just whatever. I'm not saying that to protect my ass for shit. I'm saying that because I wasn't there. I was in school. I had homework that I probably didn't even fucking do, you know, and at the same time, there was like H1N1 and shit. There's a lot going on. But did that stop me from making sure that I, you know, got all my gym badges in Pokemon Emerald, even though I never did? No, because I didn't have Pokemon Emerald as a kid. If I was fortunate enough to even play on somebody's Game Boy, it was at school. I never had one until like maybe way later. The point is, with all the shit going on, especially when it was going on when we were kids, we were doing kid shit. Pokemon, ice cream, okay? Playing GTA Vice City for some weird reason at like 6, 7, 8. But don't think, okay, and then, right, so say it to all the younger kids, right? We're looking at it, we really believe that it's a hurricane, like, oh no, and the adults do too, but the kids especially. But the whole time, say they were trying to just distract us with all this other shit. The same shit that they tried to use to distract us is the same shit that we used to sharpen our passion, our focus, our understanding with God, so we can come back and get on shit. And have the result of that be something that makes peace and balance and godly order soar for eternity that much longer and stronger. Right? So it's not about covering my ass. We just going over the possibilities. Remember, we open-minded. We're going over the possibilities. Apparently, there's something going on if a lot of people are bringing this up and it's trending, right? So, okay, we got some people saying that they heard charges, which means, okay, they think that the walls, that the flood levees were detonated. But then on top of that, these levees were also what? They were federally constructed, which means they don't even need charges. If they just wanted to build shit levees, ones that are not durable at all, ones that are weak and will not hold after a certain amount of time, all they have to do is then time their next terrible act. So that's a possibility. Oh, but we're going to go into the shit that actually happened. All right. A lot of people are saying, oh, one thing I was thinking about was the fact, okay, so was there a hurricane? Was there an actual hurricane that was coming over that they then mixed with an artificial hurricane, which then caused it to be that much more extreme because of the unnatural composition and the reaction of that blending with a natural composition? Like I said, we were talking about this the other day. I want to know, did it's like, as we all know, geoengineering is a thing. These companies, organizations, and facilities that do these things, they have the ability to take chemicals and artificial elements, blend them together, shoot it into natural elements, and then cause a terrible reaction. So basically, geoengineering is basically like giving the environment a fucking, like, a sickness. It's like giving the fucking sky a cold, right? So what they do, sky's healthy, sky's clean, it's feeling good, just like us, because we're a part of that. But no, when they use these, when they use their facilities, and when they use the mechanisms and technology that they have, right, to create, all right, when they use all of this stuff to create false weather, artificial elements, okay, pressure systems, they can create artificial fronts and pressure systems. You combine that with a real one. The real one, remember, the real shit don't fuck with fake shit. God is the realest. So of course, anything fucking fake is gonna be something we don't fuck with. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, did they take a fake ass hurricane and then blend it with a real one, which then caused it to have an extreme reaction to make shit way worse on top of the levees? If that's true, whether or not the levees were weak or they were detonated, I don't know. Like I said, I don't dwell on it. It always gets deeper, so I don't give a fuck, man. If people are out here doing petty shit, if people are doing bogus shit on a mass genocide level, I'm telling you, we, the divine ones out here, we are telling you, God ain't having it, the universe ain't having it, the heavens ain't having it, there's no spot for you. But we'll find one. And it ain't gonna be a nice one. It ain't gonna be a divine one. Like I said, a bunch of people died. Property lost. Families destroyed. Culture erased and then replaced with awful culture that isn't even cultural. It's just corrupt history. So allegedly, levees were detonated. And then that was just a theory I was playing with. What if, it's like taking a Mentos and putting it in Coke. All right, the Coke is the natural hurricane and the natural elements of the environment. The Mentos would be their experiment. It would be their artificial geoengineering. All right, it'd be their fake ass way of modifying the weather to create pressure systems and storm fronts. And that's not the only thing they can do. If they wanted to fucking have 20 tornadoes touch down at once in fucking Miami, they could. For no reason. If they want to start tsunamis by detonated, high fault zones or highly active fault zones. If they want to do that, cause earthquakes and tornadoes, like literally, it's like they're first of all, this whole playing God shit. That's you thinking on such a small level that's what God does. Sits in a chair, presses buttons, lightning strike, boom, tornado, woo, tsunami. Wow, that's so simple. That's not what God is about at all. That's not what we're about at all. I could tell you, but you need to see for yourself. So let me remove this. That's what we're about. And we will symbolize it, show it in any and every way possible, especially on here. A song, video, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. So all of that's just alleged in terms of all the whatever. But apparently over 60 countries had offered to give help. I believe it was 90, but 60 plus countries offered to give help to the US for the sake of giving relief to Louisiana. And everything being affected in the southern area. We get it, you fucking siren. Every time I see every time I see emergency services, I always, not cops though. It's only for firefighters and EMTs because they're getting down and they're actually going to work. Cops, they ain't doing nothing but sitting around trying to fucking punk ass niggas, bro. Literally on the belt line, they just be, how the fuck you gonna park your car underneath the highway ramp type shit? Like he on the way, not even on the side of the road, he's like on the grass on the ramp and shit. You mean to tell me you're gonna hide from your own people and then try to fucking pull it? What? That's what? That right there is some terrible shit. Personally, if I was a cop and I saw somebody speeding, I would get behind them. Okay? I would get behind them, flash my light. Okay, you know what? I would just pull them over and I would give warnings every time. For speeding, I'm not giving you no fucking ticket. For speeding, unless you hit somebody, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. If I ever see, like I said, if I ever see firefighters, if I ever see paramedics, it's salute every time. Because that's a whole nother floor of war right there, right? They're actually going to save people. They're not hiding on the side of the fucking road waiting for somebody to go 1 mile an hour over so they can fucking have that be the reason why they fucking make some money off of a public citizen. Some bullshit. I don't stand for it. In fact, it's at the point I'm about to just stop driving unless I got a driver. Because I got work to do, man. We got work to do. And sometimes sometimes I'm not the one who drives. Sometimes other people drive. And you know what? That is some convenient shit. But you got to make sure, especially if you're successful and you got drivers and stuff, you got to make sure that they're godly. And you got to make sure they know how to maneuver. You got to make sure, I want some niggas who know how to drive. If shit get real, you need to fucking flip this hoe. You need to bust 18 corners on a dime. And then we hop out, and then because there's another car around the block, we get in that bitch and you fucking do that until we get to the fucking helipad. And then we pull off. And then we ain't popping no fucking bottles until we land that hoe and we safe and secure at the safe house. And hey, the safe house is one of many. We might even let them know about a couple of them so they fucking go there. And then we go to the one that we just got that no one knows about, aside from the other ones. And y'all, exactly. So, and I don't gotta hide for shit. I don't even need all that. Because I'm not out here bringing bad shit to myself. But like I said, over 60 countries had offered to help the U.S. during Hurricane Katrina, and the U.S. denied every last one of them. That's a fact. That's some fishy shit. That's fucked up. But maybe they thought they had it under control, and once again, they didn't. They wouldn't be the first country either. Let's not just cast judgment towards them and shit. They wouldn't be the first country who fucking... There's a bunch of countries who had a bunch of terrible shit going on, and nobody was acting. Nobody, and then on top of that, and then some countries were offered help, and they were going through the same shit. In 2016, a movie came out called Shin Godzilla. During this time, Japan was getting fucked up by natural disasters in real life, for real. Earthquakes and tsunamis. Hardcore. Around that time that they made this movie. All right, and in that movie, when Godzilla's fucking shit up, it represents all the natural disasters that are going on at the time. And in that movie, the city gets destroyed, a bunch of people die, a lot of terrible shit happens because the military didn't decide to act. The government just didn't decide to do shit until everything was pretty much already destroyed. So it represents that, okay? A bunch of countries were offering us help to go help the South. And no help came because they said no. So when you look back at Kanye on that fucking Hurricane Katrina relief for the fundraiser when he did with the broadcast, when he was on TV for that shit, he said they don't care about black people. But let's take a look further. Do they care about souls in a godly way? Do they stand for true love regardless of whatever it is? You would think if a bunch of people had already died and that represents them not really handling it the best, that they would just accept it. They would accept the help. They'd be like, you know what, fuck it, guys, come, we need. In the same way they're so quick to go help other countries when we all know about that. And this wasn't even war related, right? There'd be a whole fucking there'd be a whole World War 40,004. There won't even be no war over here, but it'll be World War fucking 4,000 over there, and they'll run to the fucking aid. They'll be the cavalry. But then over in their own shit, when they have their own people fucking suffering, and they're not helping and denying help, and then all the help that is getting in there is like already at a disadvantage because of the massive disadvantage that this all represents. I don't fuck with that. Like I said, if nature really came through and did all this, damn. But there's foul play here. We come from nature. A hurricane can't kill nobody. Ain't no wind stopping this, nigga. We is wind. Ain't no water stopping this. We is water, nigga. Fuck you saying? Some shit like that only happens if you're coming in there with an agenda to overwhelm as fast as you possibly can. I don't fuck with that. I don't think you should either. Nobody should. I'll tell you that for a fact. So one thing I'm always gonna do, regardless of you or anyone watching, and I hope you have a great day to anybody out here. It's a blessing, of course. Like I said, the Jehovah's Witnesses out here, they were out here, all right? So they didn't say nothing to me, but I know they said something to a lot of people. And I don't know if those people asked for it. Because some people, they do ask for it. And you gonna ask for it fucking with me. Because me and God don't play. This pond represents it. This sky represents it. That's why I don't have to say shit at all. I've been said it. There's no such thing as convincing anyone. You already know it because you are the answer. As long as every person walking around here represents the fabric of the universe, their own little quilt. Shit, spread out. We got forever in this bitch. Yeah. You wouldn't believe that there's a road right over that hill, and it's very busy. So, as I always said, expanding beyond limitations, that's something you get automatically when you get to this world and you see what it's about, okay? If you want to succeed, you got to struggle a little bit, all right? The most beautiful gems go through the most extreme pressure. I know it seems like all this shit just grew up all pleasantly and all that, but no, there was a lot of land formation. There was a lot of shit went on before that duck was able to be all plush over there. Earth is beautiful, remember, but it's also powerful as fuck. You ever see footage of a landslide? That's scary. That's very scary. You wouldn't want to be around that at all. No. So to anybody, especially out in, in the Asian regions where those mountains are pretty tall and it gets pretty wet sometimes. Yes, rock slides, all that. I think we were on our way to California one time, and we were driving past Arizona or one of those like states before Arizona, and the whole fucking bridge was blocked off because there was rocks coming down that bitch. And the cops said we were there for at least like 45 minutes before they let us pass. Storm calmed down, and then it picked back up, and I've never seen lightning like this in my life. You want to talk about lightning? I'm gonna tell you something about lightning. Lightning is not anybody's to sit up there and try to tax, okay? Everybody should have free Wi-Fi. Everybody should have free lights. I get it. We're on a grid, and that grid gets the power from a lot of things, especially that big, burning, beautiful bitch up there, right? The sun, the soul. It's the solar souls. So where do they get off trying to sit up there and take that, repurpose the fucking element, and then tax for it? That's literally what most of the businesses are out here. They're reworking nature. I appreciate it, though, if it's like, farming and organic agriculture, stuff like that. But you're not going to get out here, get your hands on the elements that are supposed to help us. We're supposed to all help each other with this shit. That's why okay, I get it. We live in a world where phones are distracting motherfuckers, but they're not distracting everybody. A lot of people are starting businesses with their phones. That's what we're doing right now. All right. A lot of people are saying, I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be in jail. I don't want to be in the hospital. We're getting our ass together. Everybody at the same time. So like I said, they can talk about shortages, crises. Y'all don't own energy. You can act like you do. You have the privilege of helping people with it. But if you take advantage of that, you will be taken out your seat. So like I said, if it was up to me, I would just snap my fingers and everybody just focuses on their daily goals. They don't have to focus on, you keep your houses, you keep your electricity, you keep all your shit. You just don't have to pay for it because you were never supposed to. Where the fuck did they get off trying to charge niggas for electricity? You can't charge me for electromagnetism. That already is a part of us. We already is that. And for everybody who thinks that's not Grammarly, we already are that, bitch. I talk my shit regardless. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not somebody who calls people out either based on race or anything like that, because we have a bunch of motherfuckers walking around out here who are not human beings. I live for what it means to be human. Earth taught me that. And I will continue to uphold that because God kept me around the most godly earth motherfuckers. But this, before you, is not what you think. You are the same shit, just different in your own way. You are not what you think. And when you start to put all this shit together, it's not, okay, the whole, them charging us for electricity, them taking power and then trying to make it like, there's no way in fuck. Because when you understand that you come from the heavens, when you look at something as simple as that, it's just unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. There are solar panels. You can have solar panels if you want. I get it. There's just like this light glare. You know? But solar panels are not cheap. Okay, when it comes to energy, they will make it extremely expensive or just extremely difficult. And on top of that, I think the fact that there's any paying for it at all is stupid. I think it's dumb. Now, here's the thing. We need a system out here. It needs to work. But it's not going to work if no one's fucking honest. We could have everything be free, but it only becomes free because of it being something you had to pay for at one point. That's why you think of it as free now. It should have never been something you had to pay for at all. Okay, natural resource. I don't care if it's gas, oil. I don't care what the fuck it is. It could be anything. Imported, export. I don't care what it is. If it's a natural fucking resource, what are you a human, anything, any being can't put their hand on it and say, we own this, we patent this, buy it. Get the fuck out of here. You see, the reason why that shit goes on is because the reason why that shit is still going on till this day is because we still have a bunch of transcendents rising. We have a bunch of godly ones out here rising, and we're about to restore shit. We're about to restore shit. I'm sorry, but not. Fuck you if people in power don't like that. You know what we don't like? You guys trying to finesse people with the elements and nature. You're not doing that. You can do whatever other corporate fucking bullshit you want to do in your office and all that shit, you know, but you're not going to extort nature. Because this shit is up to us, all of the divine ones. And because of that, it's going to stay seraphic. It's going to stay divine. It's going to stay godly. I'm not like right. There's no such thing as racism because everything and everyone is beyond that. That's such a simple thing to not like somebody because of one aspect. Meanwhile, there are beings walking around out here that you would probably tweak the fuck out if you saw them for real. But the reason why this looks like this for now is so you can feel a little more comfortable. That's why a lot of the beings out here, that's why all of us, for now at least, it's not too out of the ordinary, even though we all are pretty diverse. But, you know, everyone has just 2 arms and 2 legs and, you know, shit like that for now. Nobody has any wings like that for now. For now. And this motherfucker, some dude on his bike gonna sit up here and pull up and just hang out in the tree and watch me and shit. That's why I pointed out at him. But I'm not gonna be disrespectful. But at the end of the day, I'm aware of the fact that there's a lot of beings walking around out here and they're not godly. I don't give a fuck. His spirit was okay for the most part. But I will not be intimidated for shit. And I don't give a fuck, okay? Because our spirit knows all. We don't need to know details. Well, I'm expecting you to do anything at this point. Literally, motherfucking this white dude just gonna pull up on a bike and just chill. He's chilling, but he's damn pretty fucking close. Got my shit on me. That's why I'm letting him know and the Mormons that were here earlier. I don't give a fuck. This ain't even live either. This is just a video. I'm letting y'all know because y'all don't own shit, so stay on your path. I don't know why you out here getting close to us anyway, so. There's yeah, so let's go hit this little path real quick right here. I think the next spot, the next one will probably be in the car. I might try to go live. I might, but I don't know. I don't know. I should go live. It's just whenever you go live out in public, the shit fucking, right? If you ain't got data like that. For real though, man. Y'all ain't know, man. I had to think about that. Like the sun, you know, like I said, that's a beautiful, big, burning, amazing everything. That's God. That's one of God's strongest forces right there. Most things in nature, especially affected by the sun, no cost. But y'all gonna charge us for water? Oh, okay. You're gonna take water, maybe fuck with it a little bit. This is artesian. This is spring. Spring is the only thing you need. This is purified. This is distilled. This is this. This is that. I don't care how many times you try to rework it. It's water and you're charging for it. Stop it, bitch. Give a fuck. Oh, this is people's lives. This is their business. I don't care. Find a new hobby. Find a new career. Out of all the fields of business, you want to sit up there and try to tax an element? Get the fuck on somewhere. The element's already gotten it. The universe already allows you to understand your path, your destiny, love, appreciation, all of that shit. Just through being a part of it and getting to work with it. All you did was make plastic. That's all you made. You made plastic. But just because you put the water in that bottle, you think we should pay for the water that's in your plastic? Fuck you. No. So everybody, we need to be getting our greenhouses together. We need to be getting our wells together. All right? Because they've been pulling water from the ground since forever and making us pay for it. All right? They've been pulling electricity from the ground and the sky and from the sun, and they've been making us fucking pay for it. All right? We ain't standing for that shit. No. Especially all these damn flies, y'all can get y'all ass on. That's why we got to be successful, so we all can get our shit. So we don't have to rely on shit like that. We'll always, the stores will always be around and all that, always go to the store for your shit, but don't rely on everything from it. If you can at least get half of your groceries from your own garden. So. And then it comes down to the convenience aspect of it. That's what people are paying for. There's a bunch of people who have their own chickens and they have their own everything. Then you get in the comment section and people are talking about, oh, that's too much work. I don't trust this tripod because I want to go. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna do a little walk. I'm gonna try to see some water. Oh, I could get down here, but I'm not. A little. Yeah, just go ahead and take that in right there. I don't try to get too, ooh, this is a beautiful flower. I don't try to get too close or go too far because, some of these parks are stretching into people's homes and I'm mindful. I don't like to people have backyards, but they're mindful of the fact some of it is, there's a limit to where the park is. And then I'm aware of the fact that there's a limit to where the park is, so I don't go too close to their shit. But beautiful. You gotta get up in there. Ooh, look at these thorns. All right. Surprised they haven't cut this shit. There's guppies. Yep. You know, there's not as much trash as I thought there would be. I've only seen, you know, there's like that little piece over there in this area. Holding on for my phone for dear life. Oh, there's a little bank over there if I really wanted to get closer. Watch your step. Yeah. It's always funny. It's not funny, but you know, whenever you see like something from a restaurant, you know, it's a Taco Bell cup or a McDonald's bag or some shit. It's like, yes, let's go get some fucking McNuggets and enjoy the view. I mean, I guess that is peak. That is peak vibes. I mean, you replace the. I like McNuggets, I guess. I'm plant-based as fuck though. I don't really eat that shit. I mean, I don't know. I could see it. This is one of those, you know, areas. Just chill. I guarantee you, there's probably a bottle, like an empty. It's probably a beer can somewhere. I bet. So far, I've only seen a Dr. Pepper can though. Yeah, gonna make our way back. Before our tripod gets stolen. But yeah, it's been beautiful with you guys. Do I don't know, I might kick it. Yeah, the next one's gonna be in the car, but this one, I guess you guys, you can come for the walk. I'll just carry this. You can come for the walk. This is a beautiful path. Like I said, fields of green. I always thought Morgan Freeman sung that song growing up. I don't know why. Clouds of green. Forgot how that song goes. I just know that it's in Madagascar. Oh, it'd be so cool to go to Madagascar and stream. I'm telling you, I want to go live from as many places as possible. But we'll only be there just for like that night. Because when you start leaving the country and you start to get to all the other worlds and all the other areas and realms, and when you start to forget about the map, okay, things become a lot more free. Oh, pants falling down. Not even is this jacket. Yeah. Let's watch y'all. Beautiful nature. You know I gotta take you with me now. But yeah, this has been the walk. This has been the path. Everybody, let's keep staying divine forever, because we got God, we got the universe, we got the galaxy, so we got everything we need. You do too, all right? For real. Stay seraphic.